Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, I posted in part one about this video from the Kyle Marisa, and she posted it in January 2024. And just a few months later, she passed away. I heard rumors that it was a heart condition. They don't really say exactly what caused it. But yeah, she's so familiar. I've seen her videos before. I'm sure you have as well. But very sad. She was only 36 years old. Um, I assume she took the devil juice. So that's probably what led to it. She was taking the Paxlovid, like she mentioned in that video. But anyways, she read all the blind items. She was very popular. And her catch line was, you want to know more? I'll give you more. So rest in peace, Kylie Marissa Roth. Very sad. So based on the video she posted, she's the only one really who has read about this. The relationship there of Meghan Markle and Ron Burkel. It's according to the blind item she read. The reason Meghan and Marcus Anderson got together was because Marcus Anderson worked for Ron Burkel, and allegedly Meghan slept with Ron to get to Marcus Anderson, so who was dating Omid Scobie. Can't make this stuff up. How these people get together, unbelievable, right? So I always wanted to look at their relationship and how it's going now. They're obviously very intertwined with all the Nexium, Clinton, Epstein group there. So what's going on with Meghan Markle and Ron Burkel? Well, I just want to add the fact that not only did Meghan hang out with Marcus Anderson while before meeting Harry and up to meeting Harry, but Marcus Anderson has been by Meghan Markle's side all throughout to the present day, right? And so if Marcus Anderson works for Ron Burkel, then everything Meghan's doing, done, etc., is going from Meghan to Marcus to Anderson to Ron Burkel. It seems is what it looks like to me. I mean, they're still thick as thieves, Meghan and Marcus Anderson, right? So let's find out. I tend to think that, he may be there as a conduit or a handler, as some have said. So it looks like I'm going to have to look at all three of them. So we have three people in a relationship here. And I'm going to look at how Ron Burkel and Marcus Anderson feels about Megalodon and how Megalodon feels about. I want to focus on Ron Burkel because we all know Megan loves Marcus Anderson. They're attached to the hip. So he's like the only man she doesn't fight with, it looks like. Anyways, let's look at where right now we're looking at Ron Burkel and his relationship with Meghan Markle. It looks like he may be the one pulling the strings on top, possibly, or one of them, anyways. He is very close to the Clintons, so could go up to the Clintons, Obama. But let's focus on Ron Burkel with Meghan Markle and how the relationship's going right now. And did they really sleep together? Is that true? If I can get an answer for that. And what he's trying to do with Megalodon here. What's in it for him? What's he expecting Megalodon to do? Probably a lot of funneling of money, I would assume. All right, so we'll start with Ron Burkel and Meghan Markle. What's Ron Burkel's take on Megalodon? Let's see what the cards show. General situation right now. Queen of Coins reversed. See that as, Megan is doing whatever a greedy woman, doing whatever she can for the money, for opportunities to make money, and of course to try to outdo and outshine Catherine and distress her. And crossing, I have the Two of Wands reversed, which to me talks about future plans, secretive plans they have together in the works here, plotting and planning going on. Nine of Pentacles, the Duchess card, and also the card of getting lots of money. And how much money, how can he leverage her to make more money? I heard that the reason that he had what's his name? Ronald Burkel had a falling out with Disney before Meghan made that deal with the Disney guy. What was his name again? To get that part in the Elephants documentary, trying to voice over work. Apparently, Meghan was trolling him for Ron Burkel, allegedly. So, anyways, if Crazy Days and Nights goes into it, but anyhow, it seems to be like it looks like Meghan may do his bidding for whatever plans he has. The bottom of it all, Five of Cups, very unhappy, spreading the unhappiness. It does look like he's a very unhappy man at the bottom of it all, and he's using her as a tool to exact his revenge and whatever he's unhappy about. I think that I've heard, and Crazy Days and Nights mentioned that Ron Burkel attacks journalists who write about him things that he doesn't want written. So he's just like Prince Harry in attacking the press. I guess he threatened to buy the Inquirer at one point, or starting his own, magazine or newspaper because he was so angry about what the press was writing. And so I find it interesting that Prince Harry is suing and suing and suing the press all the time. Very much the same type of energies as Ron Burkel. So I'm wondering if the sudden unhappiness that Harry developed after marrying Meghan with the media to sue them again and again, I wonder if that's stemming from Ron Burkel, who is known to be very litigious and to attack journalists. And this is according to Crazy Days and Nights. Crazy Days and Nights was afraid to say anything. He said, I don't normally say allegedlys and all that, but here with this guy, because he attacks journalists so much, very much like Harry. So I'm wondering if that's where Harry is getting it from via Meghan, maybe coming down from Ron Burkel. Did he sleep with Megalodon? Did that actually happen? Oh, I get a yes. And look at that. I get the Three of Cups. Now, I could interpret this as a threesome, but I see this more as Meghan slept with him to get to a third party, which was Marcus Anderson, according to the blind item. So I'm getting Three of Cups upright. So I'm getting a yes. Happy to do so. Not a problem there at the time. Meghan still had her looks at that point before she fell apart. Probably wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole now. But, anyways, what's he expecting of his relationship with Meghan Markle? Oh, my. Death. No, he wants to end something here and the monarchy and the Western world with the globalists, bring a lot of death and destruction. Wow, major arcana, major plans, major group globalist plans here. So death and destruction, Five of Cups, a very miserable, unhappy, mentally ill man. And Meghan and Harry seem to be playing his tune. So what is he afraid of or not want in with Meghan Markle? And I get King of Wands reversed. So he doesn't want to be exposed. And of course, he doesn't want I see this that he doesn't want, I don't know what his sign is, but I see you can often see this as the Harry card, but this could be the Ron Burkel card. He doesn't want to be exposed as being connected to her. He doesn't want people knowing about it, talking about it. He doesn't want people to realize that everything her and Harry are doing is a lot of it has to do with him. What is he hoping for with Meghan Markle? Oh, a Nine of Cups reversed. So he doesn't have any real hopes with her except to bring unhappiness and to take away people's wishes and hopes and dreams. Spread unhappiness again with cups. Basically, Megan is an agent of destruction and distraction. So she's here to make everyone unhappy and to bring death and destruction and just to be a greedy little grifter. How does he see Megan in general? How does he see her? Oh, Eight of Swords. So my first thought was this is somebody who's under MK Ultra or under uh, a prisoner, a slave, a someone who is at your bidding, doing your bidding and calling here. So she's like a minor arcana. He doesn't think much of her. He sees her as an operative, someone who's working under the control of globalists or intelligence. She's just a foot soldier, getting her boots on the ground and all that. So he just sees her as a soldier following orders blindly there, does what she's told. That's it when necessary. So what's going to happen next? What are they doing next together? Oh my God, I got Ace of Swords reversed. I was seeing something violent, some threats here, death threat perhaps, taking someone out, murder perhaps. I'm getting that with the death card. This is like murder, attacks, death, really vicious violence behind this and what the effects that he wants Meghan to have on the world and the royal family too, of course. And in the long term, in the next year, what are they going to accomplish? I got Four of Pentacles. So again, I get this greedy vibe with the Queen of Coins reversed. I get grabbing as much as possible, trying to acquire everything I can, and seeing what, how far she can grift with her gooey products. But yeah, an agent of destruction for sure, and one of spreading pain and misery. And so definitely not a romantic thing here. And he certainly doesn't look at her as anything important. She's a foot soldier. And it's all very strategic with swords and wands with media and whatnot. So there's no, um, they have had some good times in the past, but it was all very strategic and with a purpose, right? There's no real relationship here. We're not dealing with individuals. We're dealing with a couple of narcissists, basically, I would say. So you're dealing with an arrangement here that suits both of them, and neither of them are happy, and they do nothing but spread destruction and misery. So yeah, so there you have. I do have that he has big plans, and that she is there at his beck and call for what he wants done, and she's happy to do it because he's helped her to get to where she is, and she owes him. So, but let's see. Does Meghan feel that way? Does she realize that she uh, is that how she feels about it? Does Meghan feel like she's a foot soldier to Ron Burkel? Or does Meghan feel like she's an equal to him and that, they're just friends now that Meghan's in the big time, right? A so called royal. Let's look at Megalodon's perception of their relationship. Remember, this is his perception of her. And we're going to look at her to him. Let's see here. Shuffle the cards for a little bit here. Yeah, Meghan is falling apart. That's all I got to say. She's not looking good. Not looking healthy at all. Yeah, fall apart like that, Kylie. I'm telling you, people are just dropping everywhere. What is the relationship now for Meghan with Ron Burkel? He's got big plans with her, though. I tell you, big plans. Wonder if Meghan knows about that. Meghan know that he's got big plans for her. Maybe Meghan's going to be like a suicide pilot. Maybe he's going to do something like, make her like a martyr there and send her back to the UK with something strapped around her chest or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He could do something that Meghan doesn't know about. With Marcus Anderson there. They can slip something in her clothes or something. You never know. He has all these kind of things going on with people like this who are in powerful positions and money and can pull all kinds of things on you. And Meghan would be seen believe as a dispensable object, possibly. I think that's the way he would see her. I don't think Ron Burkel sees Meghan as anything of importance here. So anyways, but they're both narcissists, like I said, so they don't really care about other people's lives, so well, I'd see it. But anyhow, what's Meghan's attitude towards her relationship with Ron Burkel? Oh, look at that, just flipped out. The two of wands reversed again. Keeps coming up. The plans, future plans, secretive plans. Her and Marcus Sanderson. Okay, I think that's enough. Meghan Markle to Ron Burkel. What's that relationship from her perspective? Okay, let's see here. Federal situation. Oh, nine of coins reverse. Getting that repeated here. She's not happy that she does not have all the royal power that she was expecting to have. She wants more money. She is the discontented duchess. Oh, yeah, looking for her hand out constantly. She sees him as a piggy bank. She wants money. She goes and bothers him or tries to get from him his connections to lead her to more ways to make money for sure. I think she feels like she's not getting enough. Probably feels she should be paid more or get more somehow at the bottom of it all. World reversed. The woman who's always at the center of the media, mainstream media controlled by globalists. She is a distraction in the media. And she keeps doing different stupid things every day on her Instagram and whatnot to distract from what's the machinations going on behind the scenes. And I do think that she sees Ron Burkel as a source of income, money, gifts, connections to boost herself financially only. I see that as that's why it's how the whole connection is. She wanted to move up that chain, right? Move up that social ladder. The basis of her relationship with him, top secret, not letting it out, not talking about it. She knows how angry and miserable he is, and so she sort of uh, prefers not to deal with him directly, which is why she's got the probably Mark Sanderson there. Sleeping with him, I get a page of pentacles reversed. I think she got paid a little bit for it. I do think it still happened for sure. But I think that yeah, it was not. It was what she did. It was a way for her again to connect with someone else here with Marcus Sanderson. Yeah, that was her little bit of payment she got. Maybe she got a free drink on top of it. I don't know. Something small. So what's she expecting with Ron Burkel? Ooh, fallen soldier here. I think she's expecting to, again, I get this idea of causing criminality and problems and using the Invictus games with Harry to uh, cause death and destruction, maybe with NATO or with the other activities they're involved with there, the governments and whatnot, the globalists. But I see how, I was just seeing another video where they kept showing Meghan walking in front of the troops in front at Invictus. Like apparently she does that every year. And so part of that's like a mockery of them, mockery of their sacrifice and of the nations, because the globalists are trying to do away with the idea of different nations and bring it all into one global situation. But I do see that there is her using that and continuing, and she expects to continue to use that and cause harm there, criminality through that one avenue there. What does she not want? She worried about or not want? Oh, she doesn't want him to get too unhappy with her. I take this as an excess of. And of course, we see at the bottom of the reading, he's always miserable and unhappy. And so she's always trying to keep him from getting too upset with her. Apparently, I think Ron Burkel may be very scary when he's upset. He can get very vicious and dangerous, perhaps. And these are all very dangerous people. Obviously, you can tell from the cards. He's very dangerous and is using her as a soldier. I mean, this is a soldier card, so he is you can say this as secretively as well. He is secretively using her as a soldier in his own personal vendettas and whatnot. What he wants to get done and to be a distraction and to attack the press and whatnot as well. I'll take that as. So what is she hoping for with this connection she has to Ron Burkel? Oh, Knight of Cups. So she's hoping he's going to continue her progress in accomplishing what she wants to. That is, getting more uh, positivity for herself, more money, and more people liking it, admiring her, doing things to make herself seem, better than she is. She certainly doesn't like anyone saying anything negative about her, as well as him. They both have that same problem. So yeah, so she's hoping that he's going to be, and this is a soldier here again. So I kind of get she expects him to. She's hoping that he's going to be nice to her as well and appreciate her and treat her well. Give her lots of gifts and connections, help her boost herself more. How does she see Ron Burkle? She sees that he's the boss there, watching everything. Yeah, he is the overseer. I think he is the main handler of Meghan Markle, or one of them. I think he's on top of things the most, and I think that he's the connection possibly between her and, say, Obama or Clinton or something like that. Maybe Meghan, Markus Anderson, and then Ron Burkle, kind of a deal, like a three wands. So it does look like a team effort. And but Megan's not very as a minor arcana, so I don't think that Megan really looks up to him or admires him. She doesn't have any of that feeling. She feels more like he's just like this manager. He's overseeing everything, but he's not himself that important. She doesn't see him as that important in the scheme of things. So compared to, whatever powerful people she deals with. So what's gonna happen next? We're gonna do next. Oh, look at that drama, heartbreak here. So I do see a death coming up of some sort, and maybe uh, causing a lot of drama and upsets, and um, cutting off from or ending here. I do see something dangerous here, though, potentially dangerous in the next brouhaha she starts or causes or is involved in. Yeah. And in the long term for the next year, oh, more grief, more upsetting people, more playing the victim as a true narcissist that she is. I heard covert narcissists are always the victims, and that's Meg. It sounds like Meghan for sure. So I do see her continuing with the disturbing, posts like Princess Diana's resting place and upsetting people and doing things to harm people's mental health and harm people in general. So I do think more destruction, again, more death, more attacks. So yeah, and this is, their relationship. Their relationship appears to be one based on misery and pain and suffering and causing pain and suffering for people who are subjected to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, which is basically everyone because they're all over the media, but also just using them to inflict harm on others, on the royal family, and of course, on the Western world and on our freedoms. Yeah. So I do see her working with Ron Burkle on all of her ambitions of censorship and trying to bring in uh, digital ID with her, COSA bill and everything else. So yeah, I see them, working hand in hand, and him basically directing her though for the most part. while although not being the final boss here. Yeah, so definitely not a very friendly relationship, purely business and purely one of being criminals and continuing criminal activities together for sure. That's what I'm getting here. All right, so there you have it. That is what I see for Meghan Markle, Ron Burkel. Nothing but death, attacks, upset, destruction, just really, and attacking the press for sure. Yeah. Wow. It's a match made in Hades. So I hope you found this interesting. If so, please like and subscribe. Till next time, take care. Bye bye.